The greatest shame for a Spartan was to return home alive from a lost battle. So too, do not return from a challenge having not given everything. Spartans believed that it was better to die in battle than to retreat or show weakness. This mindset fueled their determination to give everything they had, never backing down, no matter how tough the odds. By holding themselves to this standard, they lived without regret, knowing they left it all on the field. Only consume plain food and never eat to the point of satisfaction. Spartans kept their diet simple to stay lean and strong. This helped them maintain endurance and focus without being weighed down by excess. By not indulging in excess, they trained their willpower and learned to be content with less. This practice cultivated discipline, something that made them physically and mentally sharp. Seek out intense competition. You will push yourself much harder. Spartans never shied away from competition, seeing it as a way to push their limits. By constantly engaging in battle and training against the best, they sharpen their skills. Competition is a mirror that shows us our strengths and weaknesses. We should seek challenges that force us to stretch beyond our comfort zone, growing stronger through adversity. Every Spartan should undergo a rite of passage, a physical or mental trial. Once completed, you are born again, better than ever. This rite was essential for marking their transition from boyhood to warrior. Through trials, they proved their resilience and strength, which shaped their character. By overcoming hardships, they forged an unbreakable spirit. We can incorporate this by setting challenging personal goals that push us to grow and emerge stronger. Speed, strength, and agility are less essential. Stamina, grit, endurance, and courage are key. Spartans valued enduring through hardship more than quick success. They trained their bodies to withstand exhaustion and pain, teaching themselves to never quit. This mental and physical endurance became their secret weapon. Their focus was on cultivating resilience, understanding that lasting strength comes not from fleeting bursts, but from persistence through adversity. Accepting death will allow you to live your life courageously. It unshackles the mind from the limitations of fear, bringing forth your true potential. Spartans were taught that fear of death was the greatest barrier to living fully. By accepting the inevitability of death, they removed fear from their hearts, which allowed them to live with true freedom. This mindset empowered them to make bold decisions and take risks. Spartans lived courageously by confronting their fears and choosing to act despite them. Do not engage in gossip. Only engage in conversation that will nourish and strengthen your spirit. Spartans understood that words could either strengthen or weaken their resolve. Gossip and idle chatter were seen as distractions that detracted from their mission. By focusing their words on what was constructive, they fostered unity and mental clarity. Fight for a good cause. Use every ounce of your being to push that cause further, and do not be afraid to defend it. A Spartan's purpose was always clear: to fight for the greater good, whether for their people, their land, or their values. They were unwavering in their commitment, no matter the cost. This deep conviction fueled their unmatched bravery. Surround yourself with people who are ruthlessly devoted to becoming their greatest selves. The Spartans thrived because of their communal bond and shared mission. They held each other accountable, pushing one another to be their best. By surrounding themselves with others who were equally dedicated, they cultivated a culture of excellence. A leader does not watch on safely from the rear. Spartan leaders led by example, always fighting alongside their soldiers. They weren't detached from the hardship of battle, but shared in it. This earned them the respect and loyalty of their men. In any leadership role, we too must be willing to take risks, to be present in the hard moments, and to share the burdens of those we lead. Continuously introduce yourself to difficult situations where you are forced to either sink or swim. Spartans didn't shy away from difficulty, they sought it out. They knew that only by constantly being in situations where they could fail would they grow stronger. Whether it was through intense training or actual combat, they placed themselves in environments that forced them to adapt quickly. By embracing challenges, we too develop the ability to thrive under pressure. Partake in structured, organized, and well-respected training programs, ensuring you see them through to the finish. Training was the bedrock of Spartan success. They didn't rely on luck or natural talent. They followed a rigorous training regimen that prepared them for every possible scenario. Consistency and discipline were paramount. Refuse to be a victim of circumstance. Learn to be self-reliant and prepared for any situation. Spartans never relied on external factors. They were taught to create their own fortune through hard work, preparation, and adaptability. They were prepared for any situation, making them unpredictable and formidable opponents. Find ways to implement short bursts of discomfort into your daily life. This will ensure growth and prevent you from falling into sloth. The Spartans lived with discomfort as a constant. Whether it was through rigorous training, tough conditions, or fighting, they embraced discomfort as a tool for growth. This habit kept them strong and focused. By incorporating discomfort into their daily routine, they pushed past their limits, cultivating resilience and avoiding complacency. Dedicate yourself to perpetual physical training, regardless of circumstance and feelings. Spartans trained relentlessly. They didn't wait for motivation or ideal conditions. They trained every day, rain or shine, sick or well. Their training was a non-negotiable part of their identity.